Greetings metal community, it's Roger back with another video. It's a collection update. I do actually have everything from hard rock to funeral doom in this one. So I hope you will enjoy that mixed bag. In the background we are listening to Burial, the Aeons of Horror. This is a compilation of demo stuff and EP. They released a killer album last year, as a lot of you have bought, and this is just kind of way more Swedish, HM2 sounding death metal. Still slow and your slow parts and that. So, the sound of the new album is pretty different from this. But it's a great compilation, a lot of good songs here, and a lot of bass sound on it. It's very heavy on the bass. I would also say the drum programming on most of this part, and it sounds pretty good actually. It sounds even better than the actual drums that are on the two last songs, so that's a good achievement. But overall, a cool compilation to have with their stuff, and as I said, it's great stuff, but it's kind of not comparable to the previous album. Then I bought an EP, and I'm not buying much EP, but this is Groaning Retch blended with Bile, US band. Another one of these short EPs. I don't know why I buy them, but sometimes I do. And this is good. It's chuggy death metal. Nothing special about it, really. It's just a good one. It wasn't that pricey, so I'm okay with it. But as said, do you need it? You have to listen to it. I will link it up below so you can go check it out. But it's kind of just heavy, chuggy death metal. And I got this in my last duplicate haul, but I haven't listened to it until now. This is Legiones from Norway. Black metal, pretty fast, aggressive black metal, but they do have this kind of atmosphere to it. Some parts are almost like symphonic without the synths, which is cool. I like that. But pretty aggressive and pretty good stuff. Then was the rest of the stuff I bought on sale. I paid I got them very cheap actually. First one is, of course, I have to have a release from Chile, Porta Daemonium with Serpent of Chaos. This came out in 2016. This is the Blood Harvest that came out. The vinyl came out in 2017. Pretty damn cool cover. This is just vicious, fast death metal, brutal. The guitar sound here is kind of over distorted, so it's kind of a little bit tough on the ear. But if you like brutal death metal, you can check this out. I'm not super thrilled about it, because when it comes to the brutal death metal, I have to be in a certain mood to listen to it. But if you like it brutal, you can check out the link below. Then we have to balance the whole thing. This was also, as I said, the rest of the stuff is on sale, so it's not very expensive. Scorpions Blackout, 1982. Came with there's a CD in here as well. Lyric sheets. And No One Like You was something. No One Like You and Can't Live Without You was stuff that we listened to when we were kids. Just a fun thing to have. The early Scorpions are way better than the later Scorpions in my opinion, but not a fantastic album, but some cool stuff. But of course a couple of ballads. Not a ballad guy, so but just fun to have, fun memories of this. And then we're going to some heavy shit, some funeral doom, death doom, death metal. That's Fatuo. This is their first album from, I would say it was 14. They released a absolutely devastating album last year. It was so brutal and heavy, and I've problem listening to it actually. This is also a long album. It's 1 hour, but instead of double vinyl, you get a single with it, so that's cool. So we have one song here on this side. Cool center label. Yeah, as I said, you get funeral doom, you get death doom, you get death metal here. It's pretty varied in tempo. Compared to the new album, this is way more accessible, if you can say that about this type of music. But it's much easier to get into than the latest release. But great band. Now I have all their full lengths, so that's cool. And it's really good stuff. And as I said, way more accessible than the last Monsters album. But great stuff if you're into the heavy doomy stuff. And then we change it up again. I've been looking for this, I've not been actively looking for it, but I always said that if it's come on sale, I will buy it. And Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, pretty good album. Into the Void, Sweet Leaf, classic songs, no winner or anything. It's just like this, as a lot of these reissues are. This was a 2015 Sanctuary record. I paid, 18 euros for this album, including the shipping, and then everything, so that's pretty cheap in Norway. Normally it's kind of, you have to go at least 25 euros for a vinyl. So then we're going to the Norwegian classic Enslaved, Blodhemn. Love the skull up here, it's fucking great. Yeah, this is the last album that I really want on vinyl. I wanted all the pre-Monumentum albums on vinyl, so now I have completed that with this release. And I'm a big fan of Enslaved. Might not be their best album, but there's a couple of killer songs here as well. So as always, a good release from Enslaved. And I bought Skyclad, a burnt offering for the Bone Idol, the second Skyclad album. Not as good as the first one, but still a pretty good album. Not so thrashy, a little bit more folk music on here. And it comes on a fucking awesome vinyl. I don't know what you call this. It's kind of a piss yellow clear, butt ugly vinyl. And when you start play this, don't watch the disco around, because that will fuck with your head. It's like the turntable stops and starts. So I was looking at it the other day, and it was kind of, I was starting to believing my turntable was caving in, but it was just the butt ugly color on it. But great album. Not as good as the first one, of course, but if you like Skyclad, if you like the first album, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy this as well. Then the last one was not one that again, an album that I would pick up if there was a sale on it, and that's the Classic Live with Metal Church, with the late Michael Howe on vocals, cool to have him live recording with him as well. Sounds pretty good, and it's kind of very unbalanced in the sound as well. The vocals are pretty high in the mix, and it kind of almost cracking. But it feels like it hasn't been tampered with, which is cool. The release itself is, you know, too basic. I mean, this is all you get. Some 2 pictures and a big picture here and the picture on the back side. They could have done, you know, the lineup and yeah, just maybe written what albums the songs come from, because not all people know all the albums as well as the most, the biggest fans of Metal Church. You know, I know where this comes from, all the songs, but it could have been had some information. But it's a cool cover as well. So and Metal Church, I love Metal Church. Yeah, that was all I had. Short update. You know, wasn't much exciting to talk about like that. You know, everybody knows most of this stuff anyway. So yeah. Thanks as always for watching, subscribing and commenting. It's appreciated, and see you shortest.